So this is like, I know I've missed an episode.
Yep.
But we're gonna be joined by somebody on this episode eventually. The group chat with our special guests has been electric.
Oh, it's electric, all right.
And this is a person that has history with all of us. Great friend of the program, great friend of ours.
Is he a great friend, though? Is he a great friend?
He's a great friend to me, mentor to me, torturer of you.
Torturer of me.
Torturer of you. He is like the grand inquisitor of you.
That's accurate.
Where you've actually given, because of you, has given birth to new language that we use. So we have a special guest joining us. You'll notice a missing voice because he's quote unquote sick.
That food poisoning shit or stomach
food
bug.
Food poisoning my ass. He has something. I think he's been, you know what the food poisoning is? He's been eating too much of that bussy, as we learned from the last episode. He's eaten too much bussy and he got himself sick. That's really what it is. I wouldn't be surprised if he has like some disease from just tonguing a-holes, like just doing that. I would not be surprised. Kyle will not be joining us on this episode because he's quote unquote sick. And as soon as he listens to this episode, which he probably won't actually, he might quit because of stuff. Like I'm a little annoyed. I'm not gonna lie. I go through all the trouble of booking a guest who is having a hard time even getting on this program right now because he's literally took a photo of him in a bubble bath. I hope he joins us from while he's bathing.
Oh my God, I hope so.
That would just be just the icing on the cake of this already disaster of an episode. Like we're missing the star. Like sure, there's me, I can carry this show myself.
Yep.
But we're missing our star.
We are.
Like, you know, we are the first line of podcasts. If we're a hockey team, like if podcasting overall was a hockey team, we're the first line, right? Like we're the first line. I am just the center who just makes the magic happen. Kyle's our, lead scorer. He's got
what the hell am I?
You're the one who kind of, does the dirty work, gets in the corners, digs it out. We'll take the hits.
Always.
That's you. You're the big body. No offense.
I'm like Zdeno Chara though.
No, because he plays defense. You don't even know hockey.
I do know hockey.
You're like
digging into the corners. That's a fucking defensive.
You're like the guy you're like the guy in the beer league who's in charge of bringing the beers. Doesn't really see any ice time, but just we keep you around because you'll give us rides to the rink and you bring the beers.
Thanks.
Like that's what you are.
Unbelievable.
You're doing a great job though.
Thank you. I appreciate it. New job and all. I'm over here like, let's eat dinner, let's hop on, let's do it. And
we're all amped up.
Now I'm in the beer Olympics over here. So here we are.
Well, you're still not starting.
It's all right. I wasn't a starter in high school either.
That's okay. That's all right. I was, but that's fine. Now, still hasn't joined us, our special guest,
literally sent him the freaking link again. You dummy. He's getting a
He's the one who's also given he's the reason why we know each other.
He is.
You and I. This is the reason. Oh, what's he say? Oh, it's you saying
that's
that
me.
I've had people texting me and DMing me trying to guess who it was. Like some people actually thought it was going to be A-Rod. What? Because of the picture. I posted a picture of
I saw
our special guest with J-Lo.
Oh, are you ready?
Is he coming on?
Are you ready? I'm about to let him in.
Let him in.
Let's bring him in.
Let him in.
Let him in. I hope he's in the bath.
I hope he's in the bath too. Black screen. Still hasn't figured it out.
Can't get on.
What a disaster this episode is.
Dude's washed up.
We're doing it early because of him.
Mm-hmm. Because he has to go to bed.
Because he has to go to bed. The guy works in the afternoon.
He writes, "Let's go" in the group chat.
Great, let's go. Let's go then. We're ready. We're recording.
Oh my God.
Oh, there he is. Look at that handsome devil. Look at that guy.
Yo!
Nice. What a delay on an answer.
Are we on? There we go.
We're actually recording right now. We're live. We're live to tape.
Yep.
What is this, by the way? What are we on?
Zoom.
This is Zoom.
No, but I mean, where is this being broadcast?
Everywhere.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts. It's live to tape right now. Think of it as you voice tracking a show that will air tomorrow.
So I'll be done in like 30 seconds, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Yep.
For everyone that again, it is while we're at it, episode 24.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Manny Ramirez, Terry O'Reilly.
Shout out to Manny. No.
Great friends of the show. Manny Ramirez, Terry O'Reilly. Ty Law, personal friend of mine, was at his son's bat mitzvah. Not a big deal. Great friends of the program and personal friends of mine. Sam wishes she knows them.
I do.
She doesn't. So we have joining us our good friend, and the reason me and Sam actually know each other, or Sam and I actually know each other, Romeo from Kiss 108. Big round of applause for our first special guest.
Clap it up. This fucking cuts.
Hey, TKA.
Yo, guy.
Have you ever got an email from Sam?
Yes.
What do you mean an email from Sam? I sent you a freaking email.
I got your email, and I didn't think it was you, but you've motivated me to print out some new artwork that I'm going to be putting above my bed.
Stop it.
What is this?
What is it? Wait a second.
I can't stand you.
That's in her Gmail. This is what shows up when she sends you an email. Her in her bed sheet, naked. Look at it. She's sitting up in bed in a bed sheet.
That is from when I was in a wedding. I'm wearing a strapless dress.
You're in bed. That's the sheet.
No.
So that's her email.
Samantha.
I have my makeup and everything, so that's why that is my Gmail picture.
Now, Romeo, again, Kiss 108 fame, legendary voice you hear over the airwaves in many different areas, actually. You're all over the place recently, correct?
Yeah, well, listen, they fired everybody else, so the few people they keep around are spread out all over, yeah.
I love how, you know what, and this is the other thing I love about our special guest, and we'll get to Sam posting nudes in her Gmail in no time.
I'll forget.
This is one of the times I wish we could take phone calls, because I would just be hammering the phone line right now.
God.
And I would just be having people call. Yep. I'm so happy that we put this on YouTube too, because normally it's an audio medium. No, but we have mastered the YouTube ability to post this up and to, you know what, Samantha, you in the teaser titty pic right there that you have in your Gmail.
The teaser titty pic?
That's that actually might help us get more views on YouTube, like your OnlyFans. I think that is your profile pic from your
OnlyFans.
Yeah,
Sam, you're on OnlyFans?
I'm not.
So, Ro, if you listen back to a few episodes, I believe it is entitled, the specific episode is entitled The Big Dipper.
Big Dipper.
We talk about Sam starting an OnlyFans account where she literally just sticks her feet in different food for a nominal fee.
For like foot fetish guys or food fetish guys?
Yeah.
Well, either one.
Yeah, we hit all the demographics, really.
It's smart. I mean, times are tough. There's a lot of people doing it. I would do it if I had something that was worth money.
At the time we were discussing it, of course, Sam was unemployed. So we were looking for ways to make her money. But it is tis the season right now. So if you need some extra cash for the holidays, maybe start the OnlyFans account. I mean, you have friends that have OnlyFans. They can talk you through it.
Do you really?
I do.
Yeah.
Because everybody with an OnlyFans, they don't have to do like nudity, right? You can do anything.
No.
They don't have to, but the ones that do, I consider the true heroes of today.
Yeah, the internet heroes.
Yeah, I mean, I see the signs outside of people's houses that say, we support our frontline heroes during this whole Corona thing. But they need to really talk about the ones that are the content heroes, like us, and the ones on OnlyFans that show the goods to entertain everyone while they're in this rando pseudo quarantine that we are in.
OnlyFans.com/Big Dipper.
Why is every time he says something, it sounds way worse?
What do you mean? I think it sounds incredible.
Everything
I think it's great.
Worse.
If anything, I think that's going to be a drop that we use on the show.
Oh my God.
Where is Sir Kyle tonight?
We were just talking about that. Of course, the day that we're normally a threesome, and we thought today we would,
Okay, let's not lead it with a threesome, okay? Jesus, I got enough problems.
No, I mean, Sam, you do have that photo as your Gmail account. Make sure to check us out on YouTube, by the way. And I will post this later on our Instagram. Sam, what is the Instagram again?
At While We're At It Pod.
At While We're At It Pod. Find us on Instagram. Make sure to follow and give us a like every now and then with that double tap.
I get up.
Now, it was supposed to be the four of us. It was going to be a foursome, if you will, as if we were at the first tee box. But Kyle bowed out for this episode, and we were discussing why. Supposedly, he has food poisoning.
Really?
Why
supposedly?
Why? What kind of a twisted person would laugh at the food poisoning?
Well, we were talking about the fact that it's probably not food poisoning, and it's probably from his extracurricular activities.
He's just got the shits.
I don't know if he has the shits as much as he's probably been near some bodily fluid that didn't agree with him. If you're picking up what I'm throwing down.
Oh, Jesus! Speaking of OnlyFans, these guys.
Yeah. Well, in the last episode, and feel free to. Everyone that's listening, feel free to listen to the previous episode called Thrussy Business.
Oh my God.
We talk, Kyle brings us into the world of where he wants to be an escort. And he teaches us new lingo. Like, do you know what a bussy is? Bussy.
No.
That is a man's version of a vagina.
Mm-hmm.
I was calling it mangina incorrectly. But apparently.
What is the B?
The B stands for butt.
So it's in the back side or the front side?
The back side.
Do you have a front side? Let's
we all have
think about
a front
this.
side. We all have a front side.
Well, I've never really thought of my backside as a female, either. But
well, you can intake. You can. I'm not saying you should.
Oh,
but
I
you
see,
can.
I see.
And then we were also taught about the thrussy, which is the throat version. As I do this with the fingers.
Wouldn't it be a thrussy?
So yeah, we had a problem with the whole pronunciation thing. I apparently was saying boosy,
it's
bussy, and I was saying thussy, but it's thrussy.
Like if you said bussy, I probably would have got it a lot quicker than buss.
Well, normally I would yield the floor to Kyle. I'd yield the floor to Kyle on this, being the great member of the community that he is.
By the way, what's the demographic of this podcast?
Who the hell knows?
We're leaning actually in the more recent episodes. I guess we're leaning more female from what I saw on the analytical side.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we got a bunch of chicks listening to you two rag on my dating life.
I take
Kyle's dating.
We haven't even touched on your dating life yet.
So
Salvatore, by the way.
Yeah, longer.
Before we dip into that, let us for those of you who don't know, who are listening for Romeo, who don't know who we are, my name is Mark, episode 24 of While We're At It. And this Samantha is the girl. Normally we have Kyle, who is not here, but instead we have the roaster. Yes. No, Kyle is apparently the masculine one in all his encounters from what we have discussed.
That's good.
Again, listen back to all the episodes and you'll get full details no matter if you want them or not.
Correct.
Kyle is full frontal. Let's just put it that way in every episode.
All right.
And for those of for the few listeners that we have that don't know who Romeo is, he is a host on Kiss 108, a on-air personality with the iHeartMedia company, a great friend of ours. We were saying how you are friend. Thank you for interrupting me, and whoops.
Thank you for first rule of radio, Sam. Don't interrupt each other.
So we were talking about. We wanted to just quickly talk about how we all kind of met. I was working for Kiss 108. Ro is a veteran of the game, legend, if you will. Been on for how long on Kiss now?
22 years.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
What do you mean, what?
It's like my whole life.
The dude's like the LeBron James of the radio game. He started like fresh out of like high school. He was doing like on-air shifts. You don't know the story of Ro? You don't know, everybody's boyfriend, Romeo?
Neil P, the frat boy?
Neely P, the frat boy. Get it
correct. Wait a minute. I'm just trying to remember back. TKA, you were there way before IS2, as she was more commonly known at the time. Right?
IS1. I was the original.
So for anybody who doesn't know, we had two Sams interning back to back. Intern Sam, IS
Yes, one of them is successful on the Instagram and is engaged, and the other one is the one on this podcast who's not successful in anything.
I hate you.
Yes. Again, IS2, great friend of the program as well. We say congratulations to her on her engagement.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Looks great. She looks great. I know. It's nice to see.
Great. I was happy for her.
So now that, how it really happened was I met Ro just working at the station and doing events. And then we kind of just got talking and realized we're both fucked up in the head and have the same kind of humor. Right. And one day I walk in the studio and I see Samantha sitting there as Ro's intern Reno. And started breaking her balls. And she kind of almost broke from what I understand. We were talking. Sam, you were scared as hell.
Absolutely not.
Don't play it up because your boyfriend Romeo's here now. Don't act all tough.
That's it.
Don't act all tough. But Sam became an intern. Then eventually she was my producer for Club Kiss during the end of that show.
Oh, yeah.
And that's basically how we all met, is just hanging out in a radio station. And
now that you bring that up, TKA, I think about every one of my interns has been successful.
Just about.
I hate you.
All but one, really.
I'm just trying to think about it. Like, everybody's gone on to like be on the air, work at stations, move to different markets. IS2 is, how many followers does IS2 have? Like 2 million?
She has a ton. She has a ton of followers.
And what are you doing?
Make sure to give her a like too. A cheek peek. And then we have this one who is a chic peek. Yes, thank you for correcting me. Don't ever do it again. And then we have
always.
And then we have Samantha here. She has over 240,000 followers. Our friend Samantha Crompton. Mm-hmm. Yes, she looks great. She is she is a fashionista extraordinaire, content creator, fashion, beauty, travel, lifestyle. She's great. Make sure to follow her, give her a like, and also congratulations to our great friend IS2, Samantha Crompton, who just got engaged. So Sam, what's the deal with you then?
What's next for you?
Well, so I've lived about 10 lifetimes since I was interning in 2013. So I've lived
that long ago. So you're that old now?
I just turned 29 yesterday. Thank you very much.
You look great. Yes, this is the
29.
This is the happy birthday Samantha episode. Mm-hmm. And as my present to you, I brought your boyfriend Romeo on the podcast.
Oh, wow. You are so kind.
Mark, have you got a full-time job ever?
If I had a full-time job. Yeah.
Do you have like a kid or anything?
Yeah.
Are you happy?
Listen back on the podcast and you'll understand my I am very grateful to be a father. He's great, and the best thing is he looks like me. So how could I not love him?
This is all good news. Now, Sam.
I hate you. What is this? This is like that just jumped down Sam's throat. So
I just want an update. I haven't talked to you in a while.
Sentence structure, Samantha. Sentence structure.
Sentence
the last we left it, you were very close to getting married with Salvatore.
Yeah, that was like 2 lifetimes ago.
I'm hearing through the grapevine that the wedding's off.
The wedding is off. The wedding ended in 2018, and
bring us up to speed.
So we broke up in 2018, and I probably have had 3 or 4 jobs since then.
What was the main reason for the breakup?
He wanted to do other things. AKA other people, I think.
Who were the things? People you worked with, or
people that I don't know all the details. All I know is that I literally got a sentence that was, I just want to do things without you for a little bit.
You want TKI and I to find out?
Yeah, you want us to straighten them out
with these? Well, so this is the thing. So we broke up. We spent 4 or 5 months, 6 months go by. We're not together. I friggin' take him back. I take him back after all things, and didn't work out. Didn't work out the second time.
So you're dumb.
Yeah, didn't work out the second time.
So you're dumb.
Okay, so
then I meet next guy that I start to date. We're not going to say names. And I originally was seeing him before I got back together with my ex. Stopped seeing him, took Sal back, and yeah, that didn't go well. So then I tried to get that to work again. And of course he hated my guts.
Sam, it's a 2-hour podcast.
Yeah, okay.
Let's go.
Well, we broke up again. So we broke up in May. So that didn't work.
Okay.
So that was another like really wonderful time. I've lived in, this is my third apartment. I've had 3 different random roommates.
So to wrap it all up, your life has been
great.
in shambles. Yeah, your life has been in shambles.
I'm thinking OnlyFans is actually a really smart move at this point.
Oh my God.
It might get you at least as many followers as a Chic Peak.
A Chic Peak.
It's unlikely, but it's possible.
Yeah, it is. If you know what? If you started posting photos of your feet on just your regular Instagram, I think it would definitely help.
I would lose followers. That would be it.
What's the matter? You got ugly toesies?
No. Ew.
Few questions for our special guest to bring it back to earth a little bit, as you are obviously a great friend of the show. What do you think about me?
In what sense?
I mean, how great am I?
Oh, top notch. I mean, not only do you have the personality and the looks for a podcast like this.
Thank you.
The talent and experience. What is she laughing at?
I don't know. I found it to be very sincere.
It is
fine.
Yes.
And I think you're doing a great job.
Thank
Sam,
you.
back to you for a second. If I may. No, I'm just kidding.
No, please.
I'm enjoying it thoroughly. I'm happy for you from daddy to daddy. There's nothing better than fatherhood that I've experienced so far, and I'm very happy for you on that front. I think you know that.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate the reaching out and all the stuff. I really do, and you're a great friend. I miss our gatherings that we used to have. We used to go out and have a little din, a little lunch every now and then, but now we just keep it to the
Well, sorry, I was just going to say, I mean, I haven't even been into the station, speaking of like gatherings and stuff, since like April. Like not even
really?
So I don't even see anybody that we used to get to at least hang out with on even while we were working, you know?
That was the next question I have. In today's age, how awesome is it to be you right now?
I mean, I'm at home. I mean, I can do all my whole show from right here. So this is kind of wild. I mean, I'm literally doing a show in my boxers right now. So
nice. They're cute. They're cute.
Thank you. But I mean, you know, I've done it a few times at KISS, but for the most part, you can't do that there. So you just roll out of bed and do a show in here. But not having the in-person interaction sucks, you know? I mean, that's what really makes it fun.
Wasn't it a mixed bag? I mean, from our time when I would just basically I'm like, it's like about 2:00, Rose on the radio. Let me go hang out. And I would leave what I was doing and just take my work upstairs with me. And we just hang out in the studio. There are definitely people that you work with. I'd say 85% of the people you probably work with, you don't want to see anyway.
Yeah, a good 98 to 99% of them.
Sure.
That aside, I mean, just being there is still better than just every now and then getting out and seeing people. But you know what, though? It's one of those weird things, like when, you know, you kind of hate it sometimes when you're in it. You're like, oh, God, these people are so annoying. But then when you don't have it, you kind of miss it. So it's one of those weird things. But it's like Sal after he cheated on.
Oh, my God.
Right. Yeah, of course. You know, sometimes it's good to step outside. That's as Salvatore famously said.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And then you miss it. That's why she took him back the second time. And then you realize you get it back and you're like, oh, this sucks. But more than anything, I miss seeing my boys, seeing you guys there. But, you know, it sucks, you know.
Now, how are you taking this whole quarantine life?
I'm not in true quarantine. You got to live a little bit. I mean, I still go out to restaurants. Honestly, everywhere I've been, we were just talking about this. I haven't got it yet or anything, knock on wood. But every restaurant I've been to, like everybody's, I mean, it's like worse going to the supermarket because you're closer together and people like stepping on each other. Every like time I've gone out to eat or something, like it's fine. So I'm not really in true quarantine, you know.
Now, being the radio veteran that you are, you must have some great stories. Who is your favorite interview?
Favorite interview? I don't know. It sounds stupid. I don't know. Some of my more kind of memorable ones are the ones where. Now, let me back up. The people that you would think would suck and be dicks usually are not. Like I interviewed like Bon Jovi. I spoke with Madonna. I talked to Mariah Carey, who's like notorious for being like a diva and that kind of thing.
Yeah, she gave me a hey once, which I was, there he is. He's awake. Always
hey,
doing
little
the
man's
show.
up.
Yeah. But no, famously, at a concert I was working, Mariah Carey actually gave me a hey, one time. And I basically retired after that. I said, I've
Oh, yeah.
done everything I needed in life.
Doesn't get any better from there.
No.
Oh, my
Actually, you know what? I would
God.
say that is the best moment, and then my son after that.
Mariah's
Oh, wow.
hey.
Yeah, Mariah's hey, and then having a child, probably for me anyway.
But all those big guys that you would think would suck are actually usually really cool. And then I kind of realized, I thought about it afterwards, and I'm like, they're stars this long for a reason.
Yeah.
Because they get it. You know what I mean? But then like you go from talking to like somebody huge like that who's kind of grounded and down to earth, and then you'll talk. I remember there was like a couple like rappers out at the time that had like one song on the radio, and you talk to them and they try to be all tough and hardly answer you and I'm like, guys, give me something here. So those are the interviews that I remember the most, because the second I could tell they were being dicks or like not really giving a good interview, that's when I turned it on like 5,000%.
So who's the biggest like nightmare that you've had?
I mean, they're all no names. Like who sang that? Who sang that "A Baby"? Remember that "A Baby" song?
Oh my God,
stupid.
yeah.
He had like one song, and he acted like he was Stevie Wonder. He acted like he was Michael Jackson or something. And I remember he gave me a super tough interview, just because he was everything was like yeah this, and then like just didn't answer anything. So I made it really difficult on him, but I can't remember his name now.
Well, I guarantee people listening don't remember his name anyway. I mean,
no, that's the whole point. But no, honestly, to answer your question the long way around, nothing sticks out as being like super memorable.
Yeah. Why radio? You're a pretty smart guy. You have your toe in a lot of different fields. So I mean, why are you just talking for a living?
No, you know what? Radio always amazed me. If you like think about it, not to get all geeky, but if you think about it, like especially now with technology, like again, I'll pull down on my microphone here. Like you talk into this little piece of equipment, and
Right.
they can go from here to Cape Cod to Maine to wherever. Like that's powerful. And I mean, it's obviously there's a lot more competition now, so the listening is more spread out. But I mean, there was a time.
We're trying to take some of your we are your competition technically.
Yeah, hey, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Like there was a time when like every college dorm, like kids would be studying at night, like in their dorm, and everybody would have Kiss 108 or like 94.5 on at night. You know what I mean? Like every room. So you felt like you were talking to a ton of people. And I don't know. I just thought it was like the coolest thing.
What's like the 5-year plan for you right now? Like, do you see yourself ever really hanging up your headphones?
No, I love this, man. I love it. I really do. It's just too much fun. I'll ride it. I mean, assuming they'll allow me to, I'll ride it for as long as I can.
I think you also have
man,
Yeah, I think you actually have. I mean, I was talking about it on the of the other one of 3 podcasts I do because I have so much time on my hands, always. And I do a podcast with a friend of mine who I used to work with in New Hampshire at the radio station, and we always talk about how the radio days were our best days, and it wasn't our best paid days, but it was the most fun that we had, and it's like the stuff that we miss because, as much as we didn't make money and we were living off like our parents' leftovers, we were having the most amount of fun, and we got to do a lot more that we can talk to. Like I'll be able to say to my son, hey, the reason why you're the second best thing to ever happen to me is because Mariah Carey said hey to me in a hallway in Las Vegas. I mean, that's just
yeah.
Which he'll understand, obviously.
I want to be in it. You asked about the 5-year plan. I want to be in it long enough that my daughter understands what it is and gets some of the benefits from it. Meaning, like, there's no good equivalent now, but like when boy bands were bigger, like Jonas Brothers or something, right? Like every 12-year-old girl dying to see the Jonas Brothers.
Right.
She can go into school the next day and be like, I went to work with my daddy and met them. Like, I just want to be in it long enough for something cool like that for her. Honestly, not for me, for her. Like, that's all I want. Then I'll be happy. Seriously.
I'm pretty sure that my girl started dating me because I got us concert tickets because I worked at a radio station. So I think that's the reason why my son is around.
Yeah, listen. You asked why we got into radio. We thought it would like it.
Now, I'm going to ask you some questions about Sam.
Oh no! This is gonna be you could just call this the roasting Sam episode. Like I'm just like the rumpus roast.
Sam, it's not all about you. By the way, your hair looks great today.
Thank you. I curled it.
Are you going to the prom later tonight?
I'm not going to the prom. This is like my 4th day on my new job, so I just want to look nice.
See, I'm glad you made 4 days because I had you lasting 2. Now, You look great, by the way.
You do jump around jobs quite a bit to give him that.
See, just like you jump around men. Now
dive into that if you want at some point.
Yes. So my question is, why do you think Sam is the way she is?
That's such an open-ended question.
Well, so Sam.
Oh man. Well, I would be curious, Sam. Do you see any correlation between the way you jump around from employment to men?
So the reason for the employment jump around is obviously when I was interning, I did my first intern as a junior on the morning show, and then I did my second internship with you. And I was like, I want to stay in radio. I love this. Like, I've been doing this. I did it at school. I want to like pursue it. I did promotions. I was, producing. I was like, wow, this is great.
To be clear, Sam, you interned with Maddie.
I interned with Billy, yes. Mm-hmm.
And you decided you wanted to stay in radio.
Correct.
Fascinating. Okay.
The two of you did not
frighten me away. It's not really a sentence that's uttered. I interned with Maddie and I survived and wanted to stay in radio. It's not really.
Honestly, I was like that morning show.
By the way, Sam, I'm going to interrupt you. You can't interrupt me, but I can't interrupt you. Maddie, great friend of the program. Go on, Sam.
Big supporter.
Honestly, like interning for that show was realistically really easy. You just had to like constantly be on the ball. But like everybody's like, oh my God, so difficult. I'm like, no, it actually was like pretty hilarious. And like I didn't have like the good days when like Kendra was there to help because she had a baby. So it was like literally me, Billy. Do you remember that freaking kid, James?
Yes, I do.
James there.
Yes,
oh my God.
Yeah, we all do actually. Yeah.
He was something else. And then just
you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna see if he can come on the podcast now.
James.
Write this down.
Yeah.
Oh God. But yeah, I mean, like doing that was great, and I loved it. But like when I went to school, I mean, like I put myself in a shitload of debt, and like radio didn't pay the debt.
Okay, Sam, this is getting really boring. Let's get to the
why I left radio, and then obviously going from job to job to job. It was realistically like I was starting at jobs that were like having me do 10 different roles, and I'm like, what the fuck? You don't pay me enough for this. The job's like, it's like gonna suck the damn life out of me, and like nothing was fun.
Sam,
hey,
stay focused over here. Hey. Back to the original question.
Yes. So
do you think there's a correlation between the way you bounce around from jobs to the way you bounce on your men?
I have not bounced around. I was in a relationship for 7 years, and it didn't work out, and it wasn't technically my fault.
Let's talk about the recent past. What's the past 2 years been like?
The last 2 years have been really fucking hard. I mean, it's been a lot of like, things have changed so fast. Like you can't put all your eggs in a basket anymore. You just can't. You kind of just have to be a little bit selfish.
So you have a couple guys on the side?
No couple guys on the side.
No, but we think that Sam is currently the side chick for her current non-boyfriend that she won't give titles to. And she wonders why he won't commit to her.
Really?
And you wonder why he won't commit to you and he won't introduce her to any of his inner circle, but he just came over for Thanksgiving. Of course, we are talking about the new Salvatore, which is Chrissy.
God, he hates his life.
Chrissy 2 Chainz, of course. Chrissy 2 Chainz. Yes.
Chris.
So you think that she's a side piece for him, and he won't introduce her to his friends?
That is my deduction, being a person that has done that before to somebody. Yes,
that's pretty astute. Yeah, I mean, I can't think of any other reason.
We're gonna have to get Chris in on this. I'm telling you, he's gonna have to just be brought in.
Let's call him.
We're not calling him right now. No.
Get him on the phone.
No.
Get him on the phone. Samantha.
Nope.
Samantha, as the captain of this podcast ship, and you as my first mate, my number 2, if you will, definitely number 2.
Hate you.
I'm ordering you to take out your phone.
No. And
calling your. If not, I will find.
He doesn't have social media. Good luck.
Sam, let's just do it this way.
Okay? Wait a minute. That's sorry. Go ahead, Mark.
Let's do it this way.
That's eye-opening in and of itself, but okay, we'll get to that later.
We haven't really dug into this, but I am a pretty good detective. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to say this now because you are a friend, kind of. It's better if you do it the easy way. Because if I have to actually, crack my knuckles and start doing some work, it's going to be bad.
It's not going to be bad.
It's going to be bad.
It's not going to be bad.
The next thing you know, he's literally going to be standing right here in the next episode. I'm just warning you.
Imagine.
Yeah, in Philly.
Me rocking the baby in episode number 25.
Yeah, I have him babysitting episode 25. Big shout out to Tony Canigliaro. That'll happen.
Oh my God.
Was a friend of the program. R.I.P.
Was.
By the
All
way,
right.
onlycans.com/stinkyfeet has been registered in this meantime. Or no, what was it? Big Feet.
Big Dipper.
Big Dipper.
I'm going to make sure that's fully registered by the end of the podcast. Okay.
Thank you. We'll make sure that Sam pays the domain fee.
Oh,
Um,
God.
Always.
Of course, we're talking with our great friend here, Romeo, and we wanted to talk more of Kiss 108 fame. Find him on the socials, TV, radio, Romeo.
Come on.
Come on now. Throw that like, throw that follow.
Kid, well, I don't know why.
Now, Sam,
Yes.
you look great today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Why?
Because I started a new job on Monday, and
How's that going? You're not fired yet?
So let's put it this way. We have an app. So the company that I work for works in tangent with electronic vehicles, and we create like a mobile battery. So if people want to do charges, like say you like need a top off for your car, for your electric car somewhere, like we would be the ones. We have an app and we have the charger for it, so we can come out and charge your car without you like needing to hook up somewhere. So we're onboarding people for our app. I've been there 3 days. Hold on. I've been there for 3 days. I've had 2 days of training. I've had 2 days to learn everything. I fucking onboarded a customer yesterday by myself. Whole thing.
Now,
day 3.
Now, my thing is, stop giving your company free plugs on my podcast.
I didn't say the name.
First of all, Romeo, he fell asleep.
What's up?
Bro.
Is she still talking the car thing?
I hate you.
No, thank God. That was what might have been 90 seconds felt like 90 years.
It was like 30 seconds.
So who are we crushing on in the office that you'll leave Chrissy Tuches for?
I'm not crushing on anyone in the office. They're all too smart for me.
Mark, you want to just show up one day to her work?
I
ruin
do.
everything in like a
Yeah, in Philly.
She works. Yeah, I'm in Philly currently. Long story.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
He's in Philly.
Yeah, I'm in Philly. But she works near my grandmother's house, so I could also use the excuse. Again, Sam, you don't want me to dust off my old Sherlock Holmes detective hat and start looking into your stuff. You don't really want me to do that sentence structure on me.
Yeah.
I don't want to be looking into your anything.
Correct. Thank you.
Now, Ro, one more question about Sam before we jump into these very entertaining topics that I've selected with in mind that Kyle would be joining us, so I don't know how well they will go. Okay. Thanks a lot, Kyle. Appreciate you. Miss you. Get well soon. Maybe not too soon.
Don't rush.
I wanted to ask you, why do you think Sam always dates people that look like me?
Well, I've said for a number of years now that I always thought that something there should have happened, but I don't know. She's just, look at her. She's laughing like a 12-year-old. She's getting all giddy now.
I mean, I have been looking good lately. The dad bod is forming, but when I was in my prime,
Yeah, lemon water days.
Dad bod.
Lemon water, yeah.
Dad bod's a good look.
Oh my God.
Yes, women trust it. They find guys with a dad bod to be more trustworthy. But I am, of course, as you are as well, Mr. Romeo, a zaddy. We are in the zaddy category now, both of us.
What is that, like a MILF kind of thing, or?
It's kind of a DILF, yes.
Or a DILF, yeah.
Yeah, we're DILFs.
To get back to your question, though, I'm finding a lot of weird, interesting correlations that I am putting together tonight, and I had not noticed that.
Please
do not start making correlations. There's no correlations to anything.
Well, correlations.
The last one I wasn't able to put together because I have no idea what any of your men look like, Salvatore included. But I'm going to take Mark's word, TK's word for it, that they kind of look like him, and that's,
They don't, though.
Bearded Italian, good-looking men. That's basically how it is.
Okay, but like everybody has a beard. Italian just happens to seem to be something that's like ironically continues to happen, that I'm dating people who are Italian.
You like the tan men. You like the Mediterranean look. You like the short, dark, and handsome. I understand.
My ex was not short, dark, and handsome. Like, he was not Italian at all.
Which one are we talking about here?
My most recent ex.
Yeah, please indulge us.
My most recent ex.
Your most recent ex, and that's the guy that, if I remember correctly, you screwed over.
Yeah, accurate.
Because he wasn't.
You cheated?
No, I didn't cheat. I didn't cheat though.
Over?
Because I didn't give him a fair chance.
Because he was a nice guy and he was nice to her and did nice things for her, and she said, "Get the F out."
I did not say that.
I mean, Sam, let's put it this way. Your description of it would take the rest of the episode. My description of it was short and to the point. So no, you did not say the term "get the F out." You said it in about 500 more words.
Maybe these guys are all falling asleep and just drifting off into comas.
Maybe you are.
I hate you.
Now, any more questions for Sam?
I think we're done.
Yeah, I have been having a hard time falling asleep lately. Do me a favor and call me at like 10 o'clock tonight and tell me more stories about your car place.
She is the Sam. You could actually probably be
Just
doing
lull
the
you to
calm.
sleep.
This is listen. If anything on this podcast, we give you other ways of making income, and you could be like one of the new voices, maybe the Calm app, or one of those like hard to like relax you before bed.
Mm-hmm.
Walking melatonin.
Yeah, while you you could take photos of your feet during the day, and then at night you will be calling people to lull them
to sleep.
Sleepy by time. Yeah, sure.
I'll have to ask Chris if I really do lull him to sleep with my conversation. That'll be a question.
I want to know how long do you actually talk to Chris before it just becomes jump in bed and then get out?
We're not going.
Great
through that.
question, Mark.
We're not going through that.
How did you and Salvatore number 3 meet?
5.
Bumble.
5.
On Bumble.
Salvatore number 5.
Bumble.
Where did you go on your first date?
Tomo in Salem, New Hampshire.
Tomo, a restaurant, a bar or something?
Sushi place.
Why did you go to another state?
I don't know. It wasn't my decision.
That seems.
That only further drives home your point that he's trying to get away from people he knows, Mark.
When I dust off the detective hat and I start deducing, I'm rarely wrong. Let's just put it that way. I have been wrong, but it has not happened often. Now
Whose house did you go back to after Tomo? Yours? Or
after the first date. Whose house did you go to? Or was it just in the back of the car?
We did not go back to anybody's house. I was a good girl.
So it was in the back of the car?
No!
It was at a Motel 6 right off of 93, leaving New Hampshire.
No.
Now, did you take separate cars to New Hampshire?
No. He picked me up in my house in East Jesus, Salem.
East Jesus, Salem.
So Salem, Mass? So he picked you up in
Mass.
Salem, Mass and took you up to New Hampshire to get that far away from people he knows?
We wanted to go to Yoki in Medford, but they were closed. So
naturally, the next best thing is to drive up to New Hampshire.
Because New Hampshire allowed sushi places to be open indoors.
Sam, question.
And you believe that?
Sam, question.
Yes.
How blind are you?
Sam, when was the last time you had an eye exam?
Yeah.
Earlier this year.
Sam, let me ask you a question. Can you read the writing on the wall here?
So the kid is originally from East Boston. We have gone out plenty of times in the city.
So he's from East Boston.
Yes.
And takes you to places that is about 150 miles away from there.
Yeah, but we've gone to like the North End like a bunch of times since then.
Yeah,
but the North End is not East Boston.
Yoki was close, so we drove up to almost Maine.
The way you say it sounds terrible. That's not how it went.
We wanted to catch a movie at Assembly Row, but instead we decided to go to a drive-in in Derry, Maine. That's basically how. Yeah.
Like, listen, I haven't been to Portland, Maine recently.
Yeah, I haven't. You know what?
I haven't. Number 1 or date number 2? When did it go down?
2.
Okay.
I called and I didn't even know it. Look at that.
You
see that?
Like, if you were like a speedometer and it went to from 0 to 100 on date number 2.
Yeah.
How fast did it get on date number 1?
How fast did it get?
Oh God, it's an analogy, Sam.
I know, but I don't know.
Sam,
like 50.
So date number 1, you were half and half, and then date number 2, when he took you to Biddeford, Maine.
We did go to Biddeford, Maine.
We took you to on the Cats, and that takes you up to Nova Scotia.
Nope, we went to a burger place.
Yeah.
Good try, though.
You went to a burger place in Burlington, Vermont.
Nope, in Salem.
Okay.
So date number 1 was like you gave him an over the jeans kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay.
Really?
We're not deep diving. We're not deep diving into this.
Okay. Now on date number 2, what was it about? Now this is, just bear with me here for a second.
Good Lord.
What was it about him where you said you were going to give him the ride of his life?
Okay, so I don't know. We had like multiple conversations before we'd hung out. Things have been going well. I'm just waiting for the two of you to give me the fucking eye roll.
You just give
I don't know. He's a nice guy. He's really nice, and we had like really good chemistry. So
define the chemistry. What was for one thing, I also am fascinated on what you guys actually would talk about.
We talked about a lot of things.
Books,
life,
TV,
life.
Movies.
All right, so date number 1, you went out of state. Where did you go date number 2?
Down the street from my house.
Okay.
Where I was living.
So you went back to your house after.
Also far away from East Boston, Salem, Massachusetts.
He lives in Peabody now.
Now.
Yeah, to move to get away, just.
No.
So anyway, where'd you go? You went back to your house after?
Yeah.
Okay. And you have roommates?
I had a roommate, but she was never there. She sucked. Let's be real.
While he was there?
No, she was. I hate you.
Just a question.
No.
Sam, now.
Mark.
You didn't really answer my question.
What
was it about him? And don't say because he's a nice guy. There's plenty of nice guys out there. Like the 7 others that you dated before him. Now, what was it about him that said he better grab the headboard tonight? Because he is going to be in for an off-roading ride right now.
Ride of his life.
He's got
2 chains.
He's obviously really attractive, and
wait a minute. Why'd you say obviously? What are you saying? That you're so good looking you'd only obviously date?
Oh my God.
What do you mean he's obviously good looking?
Excellent point.
No,
How superficial are you, Sam?
I'm not, because most days I look like a homeless person, so let's be real.
By the way, you look great today.
Thank you for the third time.
Fantastic tonight, by the way.
Thank you.
What's going on?
Developing a skincare routine.
Are you into
Trying to be a
zaddies?
little. Am I into zaddies? No, I'm not. Between the two of you, no. The answer to that is no.
Does your guy have a Zad body?
Yeah.
No.
So why is he obviously so good looking? You wouldn't date anybody who's not, Sam?
No, I have gone out with people that have not been, top tier. But you freaking commented under his picture, and I had to delete it.
Now, really, Sam, the question is here. You still haven't answered my question. What was it about him that said you're getting the goods tonight?
I made the first move and it worked out better.
Define the first move. Define the first move.
We're not going to define the first move. We'll just leave it as
first move on night number 1 or the first move on night number 2?
Both.
Did you just grab it and say, "This is mine tonight"?
No, but like.
You see this? You see this?
This is coming home with me.
Did you grab him? Did you pull him into the car by his dong?
Did you grab him? Were you sitting at the burger place and just said, "Get the check," before you say another word?
We got takeout, first of all.
One thing, who also
the waitress is like, do you want dessert? She's like, no.
No.
Comes down her throat.
Just the check, please. Just check.
Jesus, Sam.
Now,
oh my God.
Sam, while your foot was in his crotch at the restaurant.
It wasn't at the restaurant. We got takeout.
Oh, so the goal that night was to have sex with him the entire time?
No, it was not. But
then why else would you get restaurant and not go into the establishment?
Because it's in the middle of a pandemic. Most places aren't open.
This is recently.
No, this was in July.
July.
This is in July.
They had outdoor eating at just about every establishment. Then you guys did not decide to dine under the stars?
No, because the place that it was in Salem, they don't have any outdoor dining.
You just wanted to get right in the sheets.
So
the topics that we have today. Now,
Sam, how long was it before you were with Salvatore number 5 that you got stopped?
Excellent question.
Thank you.
like a couple months.
Sam, let me ask you a question. Do you feel honored that you're being interviewed by the same person who's interviewed Madonna and Bon Jovi?
I feel interrogated by 2 people that used to interrogate me when I was 21 years old.
Hey, listen, I interviewed Jesse McCartney once. That's really my claim to fame. And Mariah Carey gave me hey, this man has talked to your idol, Katy Perry.
I know. But you know what's...
Go ahead.
I do remember, yeah.
Yeah, my first day, it's like, my intern looks like Katy Perry.
You did. You used to. Not so much anymore.
Well, no,
You
because
look great,
she's got short ass hair.
You look great.
By the way, you look great tonight. What are you doing?
Awesome. Amazing.
I'm gonna clump the two of your heads together.
Are you familiar with the term? Are you familiar with the term bussy? No, but boosie rather.
Boosie.
Now we have some topics tonight, Samantha.
Mm-hmm.
You like to talk about a lot, so please.
Oh my God, you're something else.
Would you introduce the first topic?
All right, Kazakhstan bodybuilder.
Kazakhstan.
Whatever. It could be either.
Own an Atlas.
Yeah. Okay, Atlas boy.
Yeah.
Bodybuilder, full on marries his sex doll with ceremony and everything.
Now, this is what I find interesting here. Now, in today's world, and God bless everybody, they can basically marry whoever they want, and I have no problem with that. But why? The guy's actually good looking. Sam, did you see a photo of the guy? He's a bodybuilder. He's in shape. Kind of looks like the Eastern European version of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Oh, really? And he decides to marry an inanimate object. Sam, thoughts?
I mean, there's no reason to marry an inanimate object. I just don't really see it. I mean, there's no reason to. What are you going to do? Have conversations with yourself?
Well, Sam,
for the rest of your life?
Let me counter with that. And the reason why you've been jumping from man to man so much is probably because you talk too much. And maybe this man just wants a little peace and quiet and just doesn't need to go all the way.
Like then why are you in 3 podcasts if you want just peace and quiet?
I wasn't saying but listen, I am just honing my craft and doing what I love here.
This can't be real anyway, is it? Is there some weird law in Kazakhstan that you can
I mean, there are people Eastern Bloc, the wall has fallen, so there's kind of no rules over there. I mean, we're talking about the same place that was basically the birth of Borat, I believe, correct?
Yeah, yeah, that's where Borat's from, yeah.
So
by the way, not to get too far down the weird
rabbit hole.
Did you end up seeing Borat 2?
Yeah.
I did not. I really had no desire to.
It's hilarious.
See,
it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay. Like the Rudy Giuliani scene.
It kind of just it strikes me as a concept that you can only do once.
It is 100% a concept you can only do once. And I don't know. I didn't find the second one funny, but anyway.
I didn't even bother. I just heard it was starting to get torn up by people I actually respect, and I said,
"Was it? Yeah.
Nah, I'm good." Sam, so to answer your question on why a guy would want to marry an inanimate object is because it sometimes doesn't talk back.
Yeah.
He very well, his ex-girlfriend could have been just like you.
Can you imagine if this guy
you make it out like I'm a monster human?
Well, I'm just saying.
I'm a lovely lady, if I do say so myself.
Sam, you look great tonight. What's going on?
You do look nice. You do look nice. But I wouldn't be surprised if you find out that Chrissy 2 Chainz is starting to take his Stretch Armstrong up to Vermont for some pizza anytime soon. I wouldn't be surprised about
Chrissy 2 Chainz brought flowers last night, like the lovely boy that he is. So
picked him straight from the yard, huh?
Yeah. Right from the yard.
His girlfriend must have been allergic.
I hate you.
Whose grave do you think he stole the flowers from?
Unbelievable.
What?
I don't think you even know the kicker of this whole situation with Chris. So obviously Chris and I had been seeing Hold on.
Let's just preface this right now with you're the one bringing this up.
I'm just saying. This is yourself. It is what it is. Like, we live where we live. So I was living in Salem until my lease ran out. My lease ran out in July, and I was looking for another place to live. I met a new roommate, and I moved into her apartment in Peabody. So I live in Peabody now. Much nicer apartment, totally normal roommate. Everything's great. Ironically, I moved into the same complex that Chris lives at.
That was a very long road to just say that we live in the same complex.
We live in the same complex.
Row.
2 different buildings.
Romeo. Thank you.
Zoned out again there. Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
Good.
Yeah. Sam, for the love of God, please give us the next topic because that one was just terrible.
I have no words for you. All right.
So wait. He actually lives in the same complex as you, but dates other women?
That's going to be an awkward elevator ride up.
There's no elevators here. You brat. Here we go with the fucking picture again.
Next topic, please. Next topic, please.
All right. Eastern European leader pushes anti-LGBTQ laws and then is caught in a 26-man orgy.
So this guy is a member of the European Parliament. Didn't know it was such a thing, but it is. And he has been heavily pushing anti-gay rights laws and trans laws in the European Parliament, which totally sounds like a real thing. And all of a sudden gets caught by the cops.
Unreal.
The cops trying to escape a 26-man orgy. And obviously I had this topic on the list because I thought Kyle would be joining us today. And I would love to hear his experiences with crowded orgies. Wondering if there's a
26-man orgies, as it were. Yeah.
I mean, where do you kind of fit all of those people? Like, it's obviously not somebody's house.
I don't know. I kind of picture one of those like weird no, I guess it'll be one-on-one. I was gonna say like bus stop, like rest stop kind of places where it's like
right
place on the door if and you get let in, like one of those weird kind of.
Yeah, I just imagine, like, with 26 people, you have to imagine they rented like their version of a VFW hall or something for this. Now,
their version of a VFW.
Yeah, I mean, well, they have veterans of foreign wars over there, I imagine. But my question is, do you think with 26 people, you bring out a spread? You have like a little nosh?
That's actually a good point. And if so, what would you serve?
Sam?
What would you serve? Isn't it red wine?
I don't know.
Like a nice red, like a deep red wine.
That seems
26 men.
That seems very heavy for something that you're going to be doing strenuous activities.
Well, I think anything at that point for a male orgy, anything
I would think
strenuous
a nice
and
dry,
heavy.
like a nice dry white wine, or even maybe maybe even a Zinfandel, little fruit action in there.
Zinfandel.
Zinfandel? What did I say?
What is a Zinfandel? It's like a Chippendale.
It's a type of wine.
Yeah, Zinfandel.
That's what I said.
You're hosting a 26-man gay orgy. I hire you to do the catering.
Yeah.
What's on the menu?
You're making like a.
I would get to serve them all.
Yeah.
Walk around like the tray.
No.
Buffet style. Put it out.
Yeah. Serve yourself, because
in between struppens, you go grab a small plate and.
Yeah, you need to keep up your strength. Got to keep up your energy. What are you making?
Sam, when was the last time you were in a 26-man orgy? You know how much energy that takes out of you?
I've never been in a 26-man orgy.
Well, even then, like, you can speak after your second date with Salvatore number 7. You have to think that you get a little hungry.
That burger down there.
Yeah, you get a little hungry. I'm thinking, what do you have? Like a nice caprese salad, maybe?
What's on the menu? Go.
Oh, that sounds so good. A nice caprese salad. So great.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit. I don't know. What else would go with that? Like a light cucumber. Those little cucumber finger sandwiches.
Well, I would definitely have some sort of mixed fruit option. Yeah, definitely a mixed fruit option. You got to get your vitamins in there. Got to get your electrolytes. Maybe some, water distributor. Different flavors of Gatorade. But you got to have a protein. Sam, you are the resident baking with basic host of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're going 3 courses here, appetizer, main, and dessert.
Yep.
What are you laying out, really? You said the caprese salad to lead it off. So what's the main dish?
I mean, the main dish at this point, I think it's going to have to be like a nice steak.
Again, heaviest.
There's a lot of vegans out there right now, too.
Yeah, especially.
So we're going to give them falafel?
No, what's your vegetarian option?
Yeah.
Vegetarian option? Maybe like a nice butternut squash.
See, I realize every fruit you've said has been in the shape of a penis. A cucumber.
It is not.
Why are you doing it? Because they're gay? Everything has to be shaped like a penis?
Yes, absolutely.
So do you have corn dogs there as well? Like,
of course, corn dog eating contests.
Right.
Have some carrot sticks on the side. I mean, whatever the hell you're into.
Sure.
You want to use them as props? You want to eat them? I don't care. Whatever works.
All right.
Whatever you're into.
No.
Sam, what does Salvatore number 5 do for work?
7.
He works in medical sales.
What does his girlfriend do?
I don't know.
So you are saying she exists?
No, he doesn't have another girlfriend. It's hard to
wait. Another girlfriend? So you are official, but you won't tell him.
No, we're not.
You just said another girlfriend.
Yeah. Well, like he doesn't have like multiple. There's not multiple women.
Sam, why don't you just be honest with us?
Do you have Have you ever had multiple women with him at the same time? Your own version of the 26-man orgy.
No.
And what did you serve?
No. There was no serving.
What did it always comes back to the food.
I served up my fist to everybody's face. What am I serving?
Find out more on our OnlyFans account.
OnlyFans.com/Big Dipper, everyone.
Now, Sam, please. What is the next?
Pay attention.
Carrying them on. Kelly Clarkson's ex-husband would like an allowance of $500,000 a year.
Oh, I saw this. Yeah, like $450,000 a month or something, right? No, wait, a year or a month?
A year.
A month.
Wait, then why the hell did you write a year?
Then I might have typed it wrong.
I actually think he wants like $500,000 a month. I think.
Yeah, it is. $436,000 a month. $436,000 a month.
So let's just talk about this for a second. Sam, in all your past relationships, have you ever wanted money from someone you've dated?
Never.
Why?
Because I am a strong, independent woman, and I do not need a man's money.
You look great, by the way.
Sam, what's going on with the hair tonight? You look glamorous. Where did you go?
There's a real glow about you today. I don't know what it is. Is it Neil? Is it Ro? Is it me?
That's it.
He does look good.
Sam, what are you doing?
Now, why does this person think that Kelly Clarkson has that kind of money? I imagine Kelly taking home at least just $2 million a year. I don't imagine her taking.
No, she's on The Voice, and
you think she's making? You think she's making enough to even afford 450?
She has her own show. She's
no
a
one
Kelly
watches
Clarkson
it.
show.
I mean, let's do it backwards, right? What percentage of somebody's income is? What does he want? Child support and alimony? I don't know how much goes to that.
Child support and basically alimony. It's like spousal. Whatever.
Is that 50% of her income or not that much? I don't know. But
the child's in my research. Don't ask me why. My girlfriend's mother listens to this, but a child support is basically 25% of your income right there.
But then there's alimony too, right?
Correct.
So I don't know. Say it's 30-40%, and he wants $400,000. She has to be making like $1.5 million a month.
Hey, who knows?
Let's say 1 point. So that's at least. Let's just say it's $1 million a month, and it's $12 million a year.
12 to 15 mil a year, yeah.
Do we actually think Kelly? This is Kelly Clarkson we're talking about, not Mariah Carey, who once gave me a hey in a concert hallway. Do we actually think that Kelly Clarkson has that kind of money? I mean, when's the last time she made an album? And
her net worth.
Net worth is not the same thing. It's not the same thing. I know what you're gonna say. Net worth is not the same thing.
It's based on current income.
Okay, Kelly Clarkson's salary $14 million.
Okay, so she does have it. Good for her.
That's what we just said, 12 to 15. So maybe
14
yeah,
million.
I mean, well, Kelly hasn't good since the Catch My Breath days.
Catch My Breath.
So yeah.
What did this schlub do? He was like a producer, right? Who's never been known for anything.
I think he's the first guy too, right? Like she's dated guys afterwards, but this is the first one and the only one she has kids with, if I'm correctly.
So this is like Reba's like stepson or something like that.
So she's got Reba money. He's got.
What is he like? This is like that's basically like hitting the lottery for this guy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's just a producer.
Yeah, but I don't think he's had anything really.
No, absolutely not. That's why otherwise, why would he ask $436,000 a month?
It seems like a very specific number too. I mean, what was Dr. Dre's wife asking for?
Oh my God, wasn't she asking?
And he's worth like $1 billion. And she was asking for I think like $36,000 a week or something like that.
Yeah, it was like something disgusting, and she was gonna donate some of it and friggin' a spending allowance for like shopping. I was like, are you kidding me? This is wild.
We will be running a holiday special on OnlyFans.com/Big Dipper with the upcoming holidays. Buy 3 months for the price of one. Back to you.
Yes, but anything involving eggnog, we actually have to charge an extra 50 cents just because there's a shortage right now. Just putting it out there.
Unbelievable. The nog.
But get your stuff in now for your Hanukkah hotspots. I am going.
That's so weird. I have a Hanukkah tree for the first time in my life. I have a Hanukkah.
Do you?
Yeah, blue and white lights.
That's
Look
adorable.
at you.
Yeah, well, listen, gotta get festive, you know.
Well, I'm going to cap it on that because we've had quite a lengthy show and people do not want to hear. They want to hear more of Ro, obviously, but they do not want to hear the two clubs that basically are on the show. I want to send a personal thank you to our friend Romeo. Make sure to catch him on Kiss 108 and all the other channels he is on. Make sure to follow him on Instagram. That is at
TV Radio Romeo.
Because he is
social media. OnlyFans.com/Big Dipper.
He is the master of multimedia. That is our man, Romeo. Thank you for joining us, my man, and hopefully we have you on again soon. Samantha, do you have any parting words?
I am so sorry to anybody involved in this podcast. That's
Yes,
tied to me.
Nice you want to say to me or to Mark tonight before we go.
You know,
yes, we've been giving you a lot of compliments.
You know, you guys really have. I really
look great. You look great, by the way.
Thank you.
Damn, what's going on tonight with your hair?
Bro, really like to see you rocking your business's attire right now on our podcast. See Olivia's juice bar.
Selfless promotion. See, I do it in a more subtle way, whereas you start giving out, your plugs for your car company there.
I did not say the company's name, but that's fine. And Mark, you do a really good job leading the way and really carrying this podcast on your back.
My shoulders hurt every night that I have to ice down because I carry the show. Now, I would just like to say, make sure to follow us on Instagram. Sam, what is it?
At While We're At It Pod.
Make sure to find us on YouTube. How do you search for us, Sam?
While We're At It Pod.
And make sure to rate, review, subscribe, and download. You can find us everywhere that podcasts are available. And I also would
5
like to
stars.
I would definitely leave us a review and give us the 5 stars. And I want to thank Kyle for giving it his all and making it onto this show. And hopefully he just sure.
He's going to kick your
part
ass.
of that 26-man orgy tonight. You never
Yeah, maybe that's why he was all tied up. No pun intended. Now, we might be taking applications for a third host soon. Ro, know that you are at the top of the list right now.
All right. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, and we will catch you next time.
See you later.